You don't set the millage rate and then set the budget. You have to set the budget, and then based on the budget, then you can adjust your millage rate. And it's been done backwards for too long. So after the end of tax season, time is going to come in, and we're going to work on that budget and get it done early before, when do we set the motion? July? July, August?
August,
Is it?
yes.
But hopefully we can get that budget done before millage rate is set. And that way we can know, pretty much what we're looking at. Okay, that being said, there's an invitation from the Valdosta Lowndes County Development Authority for an industry tour on Tuesday, May 23rd. Anybody on council who'd like to attend that? That'd be great. Oh. Guess what's coming around? T-Splash. The last time T-Splash came around, everybody was like, heck no. Because they had so many different splash measures on the ballots that people were just tired of it. The county wants a resolution from us in support of starting the regional T-Splash. Now, I personally am in favor of it, but I don't think that there's enough information out to people to know what they're voting on. Now, as our infrastructure ages, our roads get piled. Look how much it costs us to do 20-something feet, $11,000. You know what it costs to do bridges and roads? I mean, if anybody's driven on bridges and roads lately, they know how bad it's getting in some areas. So T-Splash is very important because it'll take, a couple of pennies off of tourist dollars, and it'll give us the funds we need to maintain our infrastructure. That being said, I don't think there's enough education going out to let people know exactly what they're voting on at the polls. I don't think people really care. I think they go and they vote for who they're going to do, or party lines or whatever. Everybody in this room needs to know that if you don't vote for T-Splash, that money's got to come from somewhere. And if it doesn't come from somewhere, then the roads are just going to crumble. We've got, I think I heard it's like $3 trillion in repairs that need to be done in the road. And Georgia is at the bottom of the bottom. Because we just don't have a lot of funds. So spread the word, and read about it. Same thing with Splash. When people start coming out of the woodwork saying, vote no for Splash, let me tell you what that is. What they're telling you is vote yes for a large tax increase. Why wouldn't you vote for Splash and have money coming in from outside to fund your projects? We get a little over $1 million in 6 years, which is not a lot for a city. It really isn't. I mean, we stretch that money. But thank God we have it, because without it, and we were close. It actually got shot down. Regular Splash along with T-Splash. And I want to make sure that, when's the regular Splash amendment come up? In 2019? It's a 6-year, I think it's 2019. I don't know when this T-Splash is coming out. I got to do a little research, but if they're coming out at the same time, I'm going to say no, because it'll kill our regular Splash. But they need to stagger it. That's my opinion. But try to be supportive of Splash, because without it, a small city like us, there's no way. Valdosta, with all their water problems, that $26 million behemoth they had to build, Splash money. They would never. They would have had to float a bond, and they'd be paying that off until the end of time. Okay. Lake Hardware and Feed has a grand reopening. Who uses Lake Hardware? We do. Everybody, right? Sean and Renee? They're really great people. They bought the business from the parents, Christy and Jim. And they're doing a open house, grand reopening, Saturday, April 15th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Who's a country fan? Any country fans out here? Who likes Blake Shelton?
Yes!
They're giving away Blake Shelton concert tickets. Okay, so be there Saturday, April 15th. That's tax day. 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's going to be door prizes, there's a store special, scavenger hunt, which starts at 12 noon. And the Easter Bunny's going to be there. And food and refreshments. This is the place to be. April 15th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. All right. We'll line that up in our little up front. Support one of our businesses. Who has the key to that? We got one? Okay. Yeah, try to support them because, I think they're pretty well now with the construction that's going on behind their store, or that building. When they need supplies, they go over there. So that's what I mean, when we have building going on in the city, it feeds everybody. And then they'll take their profits and they'll go to a restaurant, and that's the trickle down theory right there. Okay. Council, we have a District 11 Spring District meeting coming up Wednesday, April 19th at the C.E. Weir Senior Citizen Center in Douglas, Georgia. I will not be attending, but that doesn't mean you guys can't. Okay, did you get a copy of this? Okay. We'll make some copies of that. They need an RSVP by April 12th. They're pretty good. It's a good way to network. They have pretty good meals, usually fried chicken. Me and Ron have been doing a few. They keep asking me to stay on vacation. I keep telling Ron, you're up. You get to do it. So, anybody think that they might attend that? No? Wednesday's a bad time to do this. How far is Douglas? About an hour? Yeah. What'd be really nice, and I've approached them, is having one of those GMA meetings here in Lake Park. But we don't have an area big enough to host it. So on April 12th? Oh, I'm sorry, it's on the 18th, on the 19th. 19th. The RSVP has to be by April 12th. I would love to have one of them. I approached Kelly when she worked with them about doing anything. She said, where are you going to have it at? Good question. All right, let's see what else I got. You guys want to get out of here? If you have anything, by all means, bring it on up. Policy. Yeah, thank you, I just got to it. Okay. So, our personnel policy. We need to approach this once a year, and I'm going to ask council to make that in May. Usually they do it in January. I think it's a terrible time. That's when new council can come on and, you take new council, they're going to start looking at policies and procedures. They got enough to learn. So why don't we make it in May, give them a couple of months to get their feet, in the fire. And we have to look at this as well. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to look at job descriptions, tweaking we need to do. If there's not, that's fine too, as long as we show that we've been looking at the policies. And we should. Okay? So I think that'll be good. A little light reading. And we're going to put it on the agenda for May. Okay? Council good with that? Good with that? Okay. Does anybody have anything?
it appropriate to go into executive session on discussion of the duties of the city marshal? Or should I put it on the agenda?
No, it's only if there is a personal, I don't know,
Personnel.
real estate.
Just generally discuss job descriptions, no, but if it's a specific disciplinary action or hiring decision, that's a specific employee, yes, if it's a personnel matter, but not just to talk about the description of a particular job.
Now, we could put that on the agenda in that, yeah, really can't because, and they've gotten very, very particular about going into executive session on certain things. Really, they almost don't want to go into executive session at all. Wasn't there something that came out last year about that?
So I need to put it on the next agenda.
So we could actually segue that into the personnel policy if we want to hit it twice. We could hit it, well, actually we can't, this is April, so May is coming up. We could actually bring it in on, before we do the personnel policy and talk about, and that's exactly what it is, it's talking about what their duties are. But I think their duties are also outlined in the charter.
It is, also.
We can talk about it now if you want.
Well, I don't particularly believe, and we went over this before, Mayor called for appointment of city marshal and advised the city charter stated it was not necessary to appoint this position. The chief of police was responsible for those duties. So really, I am bringing forth to this council, Ms. Mayor, really we do not need a city marshal because on this appointment, because he already has in here, if you want to read it.
Right, now I've read it, but I have,
And I don't want to dismiss that.
okay, so in the, under our city charter, under our code, section 10-21, same duties, says,
Same duties.
the chief of police shall faithfully discharge the duties of the enforcement of the ordinances of the city and the laws of the United States of America and the state, applicable within the city, preserve law and order, and cause persons charged with such offenses and violations to be brought to the municipal court. The chief of police shall execute and maintain an accurate record of each offense or violation brought to his attention, and shall furnish one copy of the same to the clerk of the municipal court, and shall maintain a record of all fines, charges, misdemeanors, violations, and unlawful acts. That pretty much is the marshal, because the marshal is enforcing.
Well, you don't need that. He's already the chief of police. That's what I'm saying.
But that's what they call it. They call it the marshal.
No, you have to appoint the city marshal. The city marshal, and it's advised that the city charter stated it was not necessary to appoint a position. The chief of police was responsible for those duties in it.
What is your reason for not, for wanting to separate the police chief from the marshal?
We just don't need that appointment.
Well, but whether you want the appointment or not, it still is, according to the city charter.
You have to elect that appointment.
But he would still be enforcing, so you would, rather than, so you
why
want,
do you have to?
so you want to do away with the term city marshal. Right
Just-
now,
He has the chief of police.
you
He's already
realize,
responsible
Right.
for so many duties.
you do realize that right now, if that was brought to a vote, you'd have to recuse yourself. Okay. And, there might be other issues at hand. I mean, if you want me to bring them up, I can bring them up, but, it would probably come down to one person vote.
Mhm.
So So if you want to go down that path, I mean, that's fine.
Do we need to go into session for that? or-
No,
or you can't?
No, we don't need to go into executive session on that, but I'm telling you that if you want to take a vote tonight to do away with the title of city marshal, you shouldn't even be bringing it up, because you couldn't even vote on it.
You can't do it because you'd be amending your code or your charter. You have to draft
Well, that's
an
what I was
ordinance.
asking.
Right, but it's also coming, I mean, you're involved in a code violation right now. From what I understand, that the property is yours, correct?
It's always,
Right, so for you to bring up right now, wanting to eliminate or separate the duties of marshal and police, it's unethical. Can't do it.
what was that?
Clearly, there's issues with that. If you're seeking to influence the outcome of a pending action by exercising legislative power, there's a problem with that.
Well, I'm concerned about the citizens too, about houses.
Well,
Which-
one, I have no idea what you all are talking about, what this big controversy is.
Bring that on the floor.
But two, if there's a code enforcement case going on, there's a clear confusion about the separation of duties. The city contracts with Lowndes County to provide inspection services.
Right.
The building inspector has no specific enforcement power within the city. If he finds a violation, he brings it to the officer of the city charged with enforcing the codes.
Right, which is
And
signage.
all enforcement would take place in city court or, through that mechanism. From what I've gathered, it appears that the building inspectors found violations. All they can do to enforce violations is take it to if they're in Lowndes County, where they are specifically given enforcement power, they would have issued citations themselves. But because they're in the city of Lake Park as contract employees, they bring their violations to the city marshal, who is charged with enforcing the codes. So, in essence, the building inspector is going to be a witness, but is not going to be the one that brings issues the citation. And as far as the issuance of a citation, that's just the thing that starts the process. There's a time to work through whatever the alleged violations are. If there's not a resolution, then it makes its way to city court. But the purpose of the code enforcement is not to see how many citations you can issue, it's to get the enforcement issues resolved. So, I mean, I'm just kind of assuming, trying to guess all the different things that are going on here, but yeah, I think it'd be highly inappropriate to start talking about removing the enforcement officer when you're a party to the underlying action. I think that'd be a big problem.
I'll just read some more on it and then I will let you know.
What else we got? Anything else? We have a motion for adjournment? All in favor? Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you for coming.